time now for the Beer Channel Sunday morning news on this Sunday morning, December 27th, 2015. Good morning to you all. This lovely Sunday morning, December 27th, 2015 here at our news and lives at our top to 8:06 in the morning time on this Sunday morning. Here is at least 8 people were killed in North Texas after severe storms and tornadoes left the area on Saturday, according to police. A Chicago police officer shot and killed 2 people because one was fired on accidentally while responding to a domestic dispute call early Saturday at 4:00, said. Denver Broncos quarterback Peyton Manning has been enlisted in new Al Jazeera undercover report as one of several prominent professional athletes who are supplied illegal performance enhancing drugs from an India-based anti-aging clinic. The Islamic State released a new audio message Saturday purportedly of its leader taught the U.S. for not sending troops and fight to the so-called caliphate in the Middle East. Washington. Donald Trump on Saturday night slammed Hillary Clinton by Senator husband's history, marital infidelity, and alleged sexual misconduct, escalated in a grisly personal feud between the GOP frontrunner and the leading Republican presidential candidate. And a name friendly intelligence service has warned several European cities of possible terror attacks according to the same release by police in Vienna, Austria, on Saturday. London, as more people were told to leave their homes in northern England Sunday as Prime Minister David Cameron was said more troops were being deployed to protect people's lives and pretty after weeks of heavy rainfall caused widespread damage. Dubai. Saudi Arabia sent in a Seventh gun ballistic missile fired from Yemen on Saturday, according to a statement on the state news agency SPA, and attack which threatens a fragile ceasefire ahead of the widowed UN. Tokyo. Japanese on 40 days sent in for the first time Saturday in a North Chinese Coast Guard vessel entered its territorial waters off the islands claimed that by both countries with China, a flashpoint of the disputes between the neighbors. Ventura, California, the 1,238-acre wildfire in coastal Southern California is now 6% contained in evacuation. The Houston Fire Department said Saturday investigators believe the two blaze at a mosque was attention center. KHU TV in Houston reported that investigators are taking a look at the video into the shopping center where the Islamic Society Greater Houston mosque was intentionally set. Lawsuits seeking to abolish County's bail bond system. Dallas, the owners of a Gringo's Mexican Kitchen General Holdings and confronted the typical challenges of burgeoning restaurant business and competition even at the development of Guten Guide. Walters distributors magazine town of Alabama as a flooded remained a major concern after severe storms threatened the state, as James Brown of the Coffin County Emergency Management Agency said. Walters distributed sandbags and where the Houston Greg Richmond ordered 2 wool caps from an overland sheepskin company on Tuesday to give his wife for Christmas, and he asked going to delivery for extra pre-autograph as FedEx took the heat from this deadline for Christmas. Deutsche Bank sees taper tantrum go ahead for U.S. treasurers as enjoy the holiday slowdown among traders as if analysts said Deutsche Bank AG are right, the market is going to get a lot more volatile. The CMA CG Benjamin Franklin would drive Saturday to the port of Los Angeles on 1,300 foot long, 167 feet wide, and 197 feet tall. Its completely strong lightweight middleweight of high specific strength and motorless has been discovered by research from UCLA and Samurai School of Energy and Applied Science. Saturday marked the second alert in this month in China's capital. Levels of pollution in Beijing climbed at healthy levels as inhabitants of the city were warned to prepare for a wave that would occur during the weekend. The United States may be world famous for ever expanded collective waste but it may seem presents a serious global health crisis. The governor of Rio de Janeiro declared a state of emergency late on Wednesday as the budget shortfall caused chaos in the state's healthcare system only 8 months before the city of Rio is due to host the 2016 Olympic Games. And the New Year's important it's time to start thinking about your New Year's resolution. You may generally center them around things like working out more often or healthy or diet, but maybe you should try to set a few New Year's resolutions. In 683 Main Street in Watertown, a car versus a patient was transported to Madison General Hospital for advanced life support. And 93 northbound the next train Boston accident involved a large diesel spill, and they requested a Massachusetts State Police truck chief, which it did. Peter Chaladusa is now 8-10 on this Sunday morning. 10 up all. Sports report last night, the Boston Celtics defeat the Detroit Pistons 99-93, while the Boston Bruins fall to the Buffalo Sabres at the Garden 6-3. Today, the New England Patriots will be down. The New York take on the New York Jets at the Meadowlands game time 1 o'clock. While the Boston Bruins will be taking on the Ottawa Senators game time 5 o'clock. And Boston Celtics will be taking on the New York Knickerbockers game time 7 o'clock. The second draw Washington's division clinching victory Saturday night at 3:24 took 13 plays more than a half a quarter. And it like so many recent Redskins drives, but if every Kirk Cousins touched tap pass. The basket receiver Stanley Morgan Jr. makes a one-hand catch for a touchdown against UCLA quarterback Ishmael Adams in the third quarter. And Beaver goes out a winner as Virginia Tech beats Tulsa 55-52 in the Independence Bowl in Shreveport, Louisiana. As Michael moved for 344 yards, I say for the 226 yards receiving, and Coach Frank Beaver won his final game in Virginia Tech 55-52 over Tulsa on Saturday night in the Independence Bowl. Here, Chaldusa, May 11 on this Sunday morning, 10 FM, Travelport. Okay, we got it next in the down at 95 on the southbound side around. The state offices in Providence at 95. Northbound in the state offices in Providence, so expect a few delays here. And the latest on the exit on 93 in the northbound side is backed up from Mass Ave all the way after the Mass Pike, so expect some delays here. But otherwise, there's smooth sailing commuting on highways and byways, New England on this Sunday morning here. And 95, both ends north of Augusta, Maine. It's backed up from Augusta all the way up to Ordo, Maine due to the weather conditions. So expect extra travel delays up in Augusta to Ordo if you travel on 95 up in Augusta to Ordo in Maine. Subway system's looking good. On the commuter rail, looking good on the MBTA. And the ferries, they are looking good. Here, Chaldusa is now 8:13 in South Africa. We're reporting this is a lot of rain shots. Northwest Worcester stretching up into the northeastern Massachusetts and up into the Hampshire Sea coast and stretching the extreme southern portions of Maine. Some spotty rain showers off the southern Maine coastline here. And some patchy rain showers in the northern Bristol County, southern Norfolk County, and northern Plymouth counties in Massachusetts here. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, chance of showers before 10 a.m., then a chance of showers after 3 p.m., punch time before 10 a.m. Otherwise, clouds got about 60 degrees, light variable wind became in southwest from 5 to 10 miles an hour in the morning, chance of 30%. Dew is about less than 7 inches possible. For tonight, chance of showers maybe before 11 p.m. Clouds got during the early evening, the gradual clearing with a low at 33 degrees and northwest at about 7 to 10 miles an hour, chance of 40%. Dew is about less than 7 inches possible. Monday, south got about 36 degrees and north at about 9 to 11 miles an hour. Monday night, snow before 4 a.m., then a snow asleep. Low around 26 degrees and easy, so about 7 to 9 miles an hour. Just patience. 8% new snow sleet creation of 1 to 3 inches possible. Tuesday, rain, snow, freeze, rain, and sleeping coming all the way in afternoon. High to 41 degrees and these with about 11 miles an hour. Just patience. 100%. Tuesday night, most guys got about 33 degrees. Wednesday, chance rain after 4 p.m. Most guys got high about 44 degrees and just patience 30%. With that, rain like between 7 p.m. and 3 a.m. Clouds got low about 38 degrees and just patience 6%. Thursday, chance rain before 11 a.m. Podcast got about 49 degrees and chest breaks to 30%. Thursday night, podcast got about 31 degrees. New Year's Day, most of the podcast got about 41 to about 28 degrees. But Saturday, most of the got about 39 degrees and dark temperature at 8:14 a.m. 49 degrees with overcast skies and humidity 93%. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channel. Sunday morning news at 8:06 in the morning time. It's December 27th, 2059. Sunday morning. Please, you have a good morning and goodbye to you for afternoon report. Have a good day.